Hey, it's Cecil, and it's Saturday, and we are back with another speed build. This marks the beginning of a three-part speed build series that I will be doing over the next few weeks, in which we will be building. Oh, goodness, sorry, I'm just looking at the shape of this building in the beginning because I know I changed my mind. I hope I changed my mind. Yeah, I bulldozed that. Okay. Sorry. Whoa, that was scary. A three-part series over the next few weeks. Little known fact about me, I love the BFF household. Did I always love them? No, I was pretty indifferent to them. And then I started putting together my own base save file instead of just starting with what The Sims gives you when you hit new game, having one to open up and do a save as. I've been working on that. And it's not done yet. Obviously, they keep releasing more content. It'll never truly be done, but I've been slowly adjusting things and queering it up would be the primary goal, but I'm also trying to stagger everybody's ages and make things make sense. If you have an 8-year-old daughter, but you just aged up into a young adult at 0 days played, something ain't mathing. So I've been adjusting that. I've been giving people more skills, more relationships. And in the process of doing that, I, of course, did this with the BFF household. Now, in the way that EA has it set up, because the Sims 4 base game is the most. It's giving project you had months to complete, but only finished the night before the due date. You know what I mean? So it's it's not great. We're not doing good. That's okay. They do better now with packs. It's okay. So a lot of the relationships don't make sense. And in the BFF household, in the regular base game, they might be called the best friends forever, but are they best friends forever? They barely know each other. Absolutely no relationship. Not a fan of that. And then the other thing that's always kind of grinded my gears is this whole storyline of oh, Liberty Lee and Summer Holiday both have a crush on Travis Scott and they're fighting over him. Or will they fight over him? You know? And I know some simmers love to solve that by making them a thruple, and I support it and I love it. But for me, I wanted something a little messier and a little different. Um, so I switched it up. I decided that to me, Summer Holiday is so gender fluid lesbian. Liberty Lee is so disaster bisexual. And Travis Scott, honestly, non binary, aromantic, and on the asexual spectrum. To me, that's my truth, you know? Uh, you can disagree with that. That's fine. This is a sandbox game. You can play it however the hell you want to. So the way that I have it set up is Summer has a crush on Liberty, and Liberty has a crush on Travis, and Travis has never had a crush on anybody. He is just trying to vibe. So I was sort of playing around with that story, and then I was thinking of, would Summer and Liberty end up together? That's definitely an option. But I feel like not only is Summer a gender fluid lesbian, but we're talking golden retriever lesbian. And every golden retriever type person needs a big titty goth girlfriend. So I made a save file and specifically crafted a big titty uh, uh, for yeah for Summer to fall in love with, and it worked out with very little input on my part. They met, they liked each other, It went great. They're married now. They have a cat. And in this save file is where I'm building. But you know from the title of the video, this is a house for Liberty Lee. So right now, the BFFs all still live together, but they've got their own lives going on, and soon they will need their own homes. And at first I wanted to put them all on like one lot together, and I built this like residential rental where it was three houses on one of the 50 by 40s in um the cottage living world, which is fine. I think that that could have worked out, except for the fact that right now, for rent is causing people's games to break. So I don't want to mess with that. Which means instead, I'm going to give them their own properly separate lives, which I don't love as a micromanager, but I'm starting to like get myself used to the idea of rotational gameplay because I feel like the biggest thing that stops me from getting past generation 1 in my personal games is that like there's always going to be sims that aren't in your main household anymore, and I know that I have a problem with trying to like switch over to playing with a different household, but now I feel like it'll be okay. I feel like I'm committed enough to all of their stories to actually do it. So, here we are. We are building a quote geeked out townhouse for Liberty Lee. Now, Miss Liberty is an astronaut, of course. She is clumsy and a geek, and I want to say outgoing. I don't know. She has a third trait, and I don't remember it at this moment in time. But she has been dating in this save file a scientist. Uh, she is a genius who was one of the gallery sims actually who popped up while on Cupid's Corner. And I'm sorry, but an astronaut and a scientist and the geek and the genius, I'm just like, women in STEM. Women in STEM who kiss on the mouth. Good for them. So I can't remember if it's been a little bit since I played in the save file because after businesses and hobbies came out, I've been like waiting for everything to be proper updated. But women in STEM, I don't remember if they are actually engaged yet or if they've just been dating. But I know that engagement is on the horizon. So we'll get there. Like, we'll get there soon. And then once they get married, this is where they will live. And I envision them adopting two kids. And I think that the kids are siblings. And I think, now technically you can adopt teenagers in The Sims. Everybody is adopted by the time that they're a teen, I think is supposed to be the implication there, which is great. But so I think one of the kids is like closer to being a teenager, so like right about to age up, and the other one is like barely aged up into a child. Um, so that's sort of like the age range I went with for the bedrooms. Obviously, these Sims don't even exist. I'm I'm making stuff up, you know. That's okay because it's a sandbox game. Um, but I've envisioned these siblings who were adopted, and the younger one super into space and science and absolutely thrilled that their new adoptive moms are STEM ladies. In Scouts, super excited about everything that they have to learn. Um, I think that this kid is going to have the best time. It's going to have sleepovers. That's where the sleeping bags come in, you know. I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll be so cute. And then the teenager is a bit more like, okay, at that age where it's like, okay, I gotta have my own space and feel like a person and all that good stuff. You know what being a teenager is like. You need to sort of feel like your own person. So I don't think the teenager is like as obsessed with everything that their moms are into, but I do think that like they're happy with this life. So these are the hypothetical children. I have no idea. I have no idea what the children are actually going to be like once they're adopted. Like, that's just RNG, you know? But, oh gosh, would it be so bad if I just, like, adopted toddlers, but then I cheated them to be, like, so that I could pick the traits? I don't know. I don't know. That might be bad. But, like, it's The Sims. It's fine. I'm telling a story here. um, but yeah, and I wanted to have, like, a little teen hangout space inside the bedroom. I wanted there to be, like, clearly areas to hang out. But we've got games rooms, we've got lots of science materials to look at. I put so much stuff from the Comfy Gamer kit in here because, come on, I feel like between this one and then the house that I'm doing for Travis, so much Comfy Gamer stuff, which makes sense, you know? Um, they are the geeks. I was thinking about it too, where I'm like, wow, we've got the programmer guy, we've got the astronaut girl, and we've got their jock chef. I love I love them. I love them so bad. It's been a great time. But yeah, so it's just it's been so fun to play with them. And okay, to be fair, even before making my save file, I did always have a soft spot for specifically Liberty Lee because I've had this pattern where one of my where like the sim I'm playing with will become close friends with Liberty Lee and I'll think that they're going to end up together and then they don't. And so then when they've both had kids, by sheer coincidence, Gen 2 almost always ends up being my Sims kid with Liberty Lee's kid, and they end up together. This has happened more than once, so it's not even on purpose. But yeah, I'm excited to be actually like playing with her a little bit and like navigating her story. Now, one thing that has happened a lot as well in my save files is for some reason Liberty Lee will have like one kid with Don Lothario, and I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what it is about this Casanova that draws her in, but it's yeah. In one of those saves, the kid that my Sims kid married was in fact also Don Lothario's kid. And then the craziest part in that save file is that Don Lothario's kid, or is that Don Lothario ended up married to Marcus Flex. The two gym bros, they ended up together. And yeah, that was absolutely wild. And I listen, between MC Command Center and the neighborhood stories, I love it. I love the just like unhinged story progression that happens. But like seriously, the fact that like Liberty Lee and Don Lothario and like a one night stand, it happens so strangely often. But that's okay. I'm here for it. I really am. Um but I really wanted to bring in the yellow and the purple because those are the colors that I associate the most with Liberty uh, into the house. And I think that her future wife will be okay with it. I feel like she'll be able to get behind it. But for the kids' rooms, I also wanted to give them like a bit more. Oh wait, hold on. Is that the kids' room or is that the parent room? I have no idea. I know that there is some variety. It's just a lot of yellow and purple with a little bit of pink, but We got some variety. We bring in some other colors, you know. But I wanted it to feel very much like women in STEM, but also like we love our adopted children, you know. um oh gosh. So because of the way that the living room is situated, it does greatly bother me that things are not like centered on the wall, but it's okay. It's fine. It's where it needs to be. And if you don't think about it, it can't bother you. Yeah. But the sim that I had made, I had also planned on testing out Life and Death with, which I've been kind of doing. But like once Life and Death came out, I played less in that save file because there was so much going on that I just couldn't also focus on the story, you know? There was too much to try out. Um and so much story had come together. Uh oh gosh, me trying to center stuff. It's real bad. I can just see the parts where it's driving me crazy. And then the other side of the house, I had a really hard time figuring out what I wanted to do. But I knew I wanted this area to be like a little conference room where they could hold like scientist meetings or astronaut meetings. And so I put the whiteboard from high school years in there to like pretend that it was supposed to be like, oh, look at this. This is where we would put up the meeting notes. But I think I actually might, because this is before, I think I filmed this. I planned this before we had gotten the trailers for Businesses and Hobbies, but I filmed this the day before Businesses and Hobbies came out. So so I do think that like when I'm actually playing in it, I'm gonna replace that with the Businesses and Hobbies whiteboard so that I have like the version that you can actually do stuff with. Obviously, there won't be like classes that are paid, but they could do like logic lectures or whatever. Or is it the other way around? Is the one of them is paid and one of them is free? They'll do the free one on their relevant skills. So that's the plan. Yeah. I I think that both could use it. And then I think what I ended up doing was turning that other room into like a party room for when they have get-togethers or anything like that. Cuz that just felt like the best thing to put there. Also, the house is expensive. At this moment in time, my Sims cannot be affording that. Um how all three are going to move, I have no idea because even with combined incomes, it's a lot. you know? But that's okay. They'll get there. I'm sure it'll be fine. And Liberty will get the additional 20K from moving in with her partner, so that'll work out nicely. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's they've got they've got sim weeks, which is so long in Sims time. Like you can make so much money so fast. Especially since Liberty and Travis are both like almost at the top of their careers. So it's not like they're not bringing home a whole bunch of money every day. They're getting there. Yeah, right now we are just going through and adding some more decor to just like fill up some blank looking wall space, adding curtains. Does it bother anyone else that the curtains, like, most of them don't add an environment buff to the rooms? Because it bothers me so bad. I feel like, because what's the point of putting curtains? For you to get the environment buff? I think that my Sims deserve to also feel the environment buff, but that's just my opinion. we also have to like put together this little entryway since I made it its own section, and then I like didn't do anything with that. Um, but I wanted to put like the decorations and the umbrellas and all of that. Um, but yeah, so finishing touches on everything, and I guess with about a minute left, I should probably start wrapping up. Um, but that's the build. I like it. It's bright. It's fun. It feels very Liberty Lee to me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Uh, if there's any other townies that you would like for me to like build a house for at some point in the future, I would love to. I've been enjoying getting to know the townies better as I go through making a save file. You can follow me in the links in the description box below and share this video with somebody else who is enthusiastic about the BFF household. And I will see you guys in the next one. Next week, it will be a house for Travis Scott, and I think that you guys are gonna like it. I tried something kind of like modern looking, and I just think that it looks pretty cool. So